So here we go, folks. About to start this match here at the first stop of the MZWST Tour here at Hard Times Billiards, California, in Bellflower. And you're watching POVPOOL at POVPOOL.com. And this match right now taking place between Sai Nakashima and Johnny Kang from the one-loss side. Johnny Kang recently losing to Ramon Mystica on the live stream table here. And will be playing Sai Nakashima. And this is a pretty evenly matched race here. I think they're both going to 8. So it's an even race to 8. And we want to thank MZWST and also Weststate Billiards for sponsoring the MZWST Tour. Without these guys, without these great companies supporting the pool industry, we would not have awesome events like this. So grab your cue and head west, everybody. The MZWST Tour is here, happening now through March of 2015. 12 dates altogether, all across the West Coast. I hope you guys enjoy this event so far. And this is only the first day of a 2-day event here at Hard Times Billiards. Tomorrow we will be having 16-player finals rounds. And I believe it's 4 players from the winner's side and 8 players or 12 players from the one-loss side. Sai. And I believe this is an even race to 8. Johnny, is this even race to 8? Even race to 8, guys. Enjoy this match. I'll be right back. First game. Pretty amazing that we have actually over 100 people still watching past midnight. Great to see this enthusiasm for the game. If you'd like to know more about MZWST Tour, go to MZWSTtour.com. Find out how you can join and get involved in this great tour. What's up, Box? You got everything? You need coffee and water or anything? You good?
I'm good right now.
It's a real pleasure to have Cy playing on the stream table.
It's been a long time since I played here.
It has been.
Cy has a very good stroke for a left-hander. That's a 1/4 to 1. Table 7, 8, 9, and 10 are still in action. Table 1 with Cy and Johnny Kang. Table 3, Oscar Dominguez. Table 4, Little Chris and Frank. And table 5, I can't see who that is. Looks like Jenny. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Bo Rennigan is playing Oscar Dominguez on table 3. Frank, Chris, all the tables in action. Cy just broke the balls and didn't pocket anything.
Box, I'm sorry, that was Johnny's game right there, right? Just a minute ago?
Yes, I believe so. No, Cy just won that game.
Cy just won that game?
Yeah. Steve is on table 8. He's still in action. Little Chris is back there on table 9. I think he's just practicing. There's 2 Chris's. One is Asian. I'm speaking about the Asian Chris. Table 9 and table 10 are just practice racks going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are part of the tournament. Excuse me. Right now, it's getting late. I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning. I just ate a bowl of soup, that's it. I ate a piece of pizza earlier.
Well, it's late here, but it's not late in Cardiff, Wales, where one of our audience members are right now.
Well, if you cats want to go to bed and go to sleep, let me know, because I can go to bed and go to sleep too. I'm only here because you guys are here. You know, I've been playing a lot of Danny Kaye's lately. He's a regular out there now. He don't get a chance to get to Hard Times as much as he used to. But him and Johnny Kang are no strangers to one another.
Oh, no. But it has been a while.
Jenny knocked off one of my friends, Stan. She's playing really good right now, and she's on table 5 back there. I believe she's probably one or two of the only females left in the tournament. If Melinda is still in, it is 2.
Johnny just avoided the scratch there. We also got Oscar and Bo are playing each other from the 1 loss.
Right.
Lee Brett and Steve Chaplin playing each other from the 1 loss. So we're going to lose 2 more.
On table 8.
Yeah. We're going to lose 2 more strong players tonight. But you know how these things go. Somebody's got to win. And somebody's got to somebody's got to lose.
Well, I like that.
Tony Stewart?
Oh no.
Oh.
What?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't know,
That's
man.
the racetrack in New York.
Yeah.
Another driver must have been walking down the track and got popped.
Yeah, by Tony Stewart.
Boy, if that happened, that is going to be something that we'll be hearing about on the internet for a long time. Bacon said he risked prostate cancer. Is it up there? Hits and kills a driver sprint car race.
USA Today.
My goodness. Jenny Lee is still in it. Yes, she is.
Kevin Ward Jr.
Yeah, Jenny Lee is still in. She's in. She's in on table 5 right now. I had a chance to speak with her outside earlier. Jenny Lee's a pretty good person if she likes you. If she don't like you, you're not a pretty good person. No, Rich is not here.
No, I haven't seen Rich. No.
I hardly ever see Rich at a.
If Rich was here, I'd put him in the box with you, actually.
Yeah, Rich doesn't come out to tournaments that are not one pocket.
He shows up for the finals.
Once in a while, he'll come out to support Jenny, depending on how deep she's in. But we hardly ever see Rich. Johnny 1, side 1. Table 1. Tall Steve looks like he's bored back there, walking around with his hands crossed.
I don't like it when somebody's walking around while I'm shooting.
No. But then again, if you're in the box, you ain't supposed to see him or hear him.
No, that's true.
That looks like somebody I know in the front row over there. Oh, judging by his size. He got to know me. These cats in West States are still over here too. Look like it's gonna be some zombies walking around here tomorrow. Nobody has gotten any rest, any shut-eye. They're gonna be grouches tomorrow. Johnny Kane on the break, 1-1, table 1. Yeah, well, it's 5 minutes to 1. Some cats that's still young enough, but not old enough to have a biological clock. Those with it, and those who don't have it, it's a big difference. Biological clocks are starting to shut down. Oh, I see Vicky Wade. I wonder if she's still in. She's another lady that played. I wonder if she's still in. Is she still in?
No, she's not in.
Okay.
She got knocked out, but she's here supporting and watching a lot of these matches and players. She hasn't been to Hard Times to one of these for a while, so she's getting her mileage out of it, you know.
I believe right now it's been a long time since I won or even cashed in the money. At one time, Cy was one of those feared opponents here at Hard Times.
Oh, he was definitely to be reckoned with. Nice shot by Johnny.
Johnny seems to be playing better than he did earlier.
He walked by me about an hour ago. We looked at each other. He just walked by and said, "I blew it," and just kept walking. Yeah, he had a chance to beat Ramon Mystica earlier today, and he's 100% right. He blew it. Interesting roll.
It was, wasn't it? Si's all right, cat. I like Si. He was trying to put the hook down right there.
He was trying to put him in jail, and he hit that 5 a little too thick, I think.
Missed it, yeah. I cannot believe it is this many people here on a Saturday night
at 1 in the morning.
At 1 in the morning.
Playing in a tournament.
I mean, some people might as well just go and sleep in their car instead of coming back in the morning. I'm one of them. I might just pull my truck over to the side and go on to sleep. Because it don't make no sense to go home.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of motels around here.
Do you know what the rate is on a Saturday night?
Yeah, I mean, if you just step into a place today, they're going to charge you $75, $89, something like that. You know?
And you're only going to be there, what, 8 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours, if that. You're going to check out when you leave. Surprised not to see.
We should have got down a little further.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. He's good though. He used the 10 ball to stop the cue. Good recovery. But he's a little straight on this 9 though. Yeah, he's just gonna have to pull the cue ball back and play the 10 a little bit longer.
He'll figure it out.
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised not to see his fiance Lauren here.
She was here.
Supporting. Oh, she was here earlier?
She was here, yeah. She went to the car. She might have left and went home, you know. I know she was here. Take your time and stroke the ball. If you can get it up a little bit, then bank the 10 ball cross corner. That's all. Simple.
Oh, that was very nice.
Side 2, Johnny Kang 1.
Moro Paez trying to handle things here on table 6. I think is ahead 7-3 against his opponent. Table 7, Reed Fleming and Ben. Table 8, still got Steve Chaplin and Lee Brett.
I think this is their first game. I thought it was.
Oh, you really?
I don't know until then.
You might be right, because we did see someone there earlier playing, so yeah.
Morrow was there earlier. playing the big guy. But we'll see after this game here.
Is he pushing? Yeah, he's pushing. Push to a jump.
He gave it back to him because he couldn't see it.
Push to something, yeah.
You got to go to a short rail and kick back up. He goes to the short rail, kick back up.
He's going the other way. Is that what he called?
That's what he called.
No, he didn't call it. Damn.
And no inside, he just forgot that.
He hit it too good.
He just forgot. The side just forgot to call that. There's Johnny Kane again, pulling the balls out.
I call the side pocket.
We're going to call when it comes to the 5 ball. It's tied over the 8 ball. He might have to just slide down and bank the 5 down the table and stop the rock on top of the 8 for a defensive shot. I don't know why he did it that way. He could have pocketed the 4 ball, banked the 5, stay behind the 8, but I guess that's good too. It's getting late. A lot of cats are starting to feel it. I'm one of them. I was awakened with the phone call for today.
Did we ever find out what that cue is that Ramon is playing with?
No,
because it's the same one that Lee Brett's playing with.
Correct. Never found out. Sign over Johnny Kang. Excuse me for a minute, I'm going to have to go to the say hello to a few people. I'll be right back.
I'll see you in a minute, Box.
See King Kong there? I just saw King Kong. What's the name of King Kong?
Yeah, we didn't see King Kong. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. All right. Oh, that is not a good place to be. Johnny says, no problem. Two to two. MZWST Tour is using the turtle rack, and the turtle rack will rack 9 and 10 ball. You see that circle in the middle, that's where the 10 and the 9 goes, just floats in the middle there, and the balls on the outside sit along the plastic stencil, and they hold the center ball in place. Turtle racks will be available for sale at future MZWST Tour events. But for now, they're being supplied here by Desiree, Ra, and Oscar. No, I actually don't think the turtle rack racks 8 ball. I could be mistaken though. Let me double check on that. All right, while Box is taking a break, I'm going to be joined by Desiree, Rivera. So glad to have you here. How's it going?
It's going. It's a long night, but it's going well. I think everything went really smoothly today.
It has been real smooth, and we've been having great matches up here on the mainstream table. I want to thank you guys for dispatching those matches to us. It's been a lot of fun.
Good. The handicaps, the games make it interesting.
They do make it interesting, and so far there's been no major issues around it. Not a lot of people have been disputing or anything like that, which is quite odd for a handicap, scenario.
Yeah, well, I think it's very competitive, and we've definitely been as fair as humanly possible. So there's really not much to complain about. If anyone did have a complaint, they did come to us, and once we, really explained it to them, they did understand, and we're fine with it.
Well, enough about that. I want to ask you, how has it been your first time around? I mean, doing this event. Do you feel like you know what you're going to do differently next time already? Things are going to change, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, everything went pretty smooth. I think the three of us, Oscar and myself and Rob, are very organized people, so I think it went pretty smoothly this time around. There are a couple little glitches, getting the draw up a little bit quicker, things like that just need to be addressed. But other than that, I think everything went pretty smooth.
Cool. And I think the only disappointment here for this whole event, believe it or not, probably the biggest surprising thing for you guys is everybody wants to know where the hell to get this turtle rack.
Yes, and the only place you can get them is from us, and we are actually out. So we have to get some more in, and that way we can distribute them. We were actually very surprised at the huge demand for them.
Yeah.
So they're very cool, and they're, people like that the corner balls and the wing balls are not dead. So I think that's why everyone's kind of turning towards it.
And actually, there was a question in the chat room that wondered, and I didn't know the answer because we hadn't actually talked about it. Does this rack 8-ball as well?
It does not rack.
It doesn't rack. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I wish it did. I keep telling those guys in Japan, make it rack 8-ball too. They're working on it.
Yeah, some math whiz will come up with
pretty soon.
with the perfect combination.
Yeah. It's very cool, though,
stencil
just to look
pattern.
at it.
They'll have to call it another type of animal or something.
Yeah, the hippopotamus.
The spider, something like that.
Yeah, it's very cool to look at,
though. Hippopotamus-shaped stencil. Okay, there we go.
Hey, you never know. Yeah. It doesn't look like a turtle to me, but someone said to me, I don't remember what they had said it looked like. It was a different animal, and they're like, it looks more like this. I'm like, I didn't name it. But it's been really cool, and I think we've gotten really kind of lucky with the matches that we've had. We've had some really great matchups, especially with the handicap. It makes it even more interesting to see Ernesto giving Bo Runnigan a game on the wire. He's got to play, so.
Oh yeah. He had to come with it, and it really kind of the whole match just kind of threw him for a loop. I hadn't seen Bo kind of lose composure before today. But Ernesto really gave him a run for his money. Yeah.
Tomorrow's TV match is actually Ernesto and Santos. Race
First match?
First match of the day, winner side. So it should be a good one.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for asking and working with me to get this done, to do the live streaming. We've had on and off around. Right now we have still over 100 viewers watching, and it's already past 2 a.m. or
1 a.m.
It's past 1 a.m. here, and that's pretty amazing. We've had all day around 250 people watching all day.
That's awesome. Thank you guys out there for tuning in. It means a lot.
And it's been great, And I wish you guys the best of success for the MZWST tour. And I know that, a lot of people will probably be contacting me to find out about it, so I'll definitely be forwarding some of those inquiries off to you.
Oh yes, please let us know. It's and you guys can always visit the website MZWST and also the Facebook page. Just search MZWST State Tour; it'll pop right up. Having a little trouble. Having a little trouble.
Oh, just a little bit. It hasn't been happening all day, and then all of a sudden, when anybody of any authority comes out, that's when things look like they're going wrong. Oscar had a tough match against Rodrigo today, didn't he?
Yeah.
We streamed
Very tough.
80% of that match.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but I heard it was pretty tough for him. I think he missed like an 8-ball and 2 10-balls or something.
Yeah. Tough action. He's in the middle of a match with Bo. Do you know what his score is now with Bo?
I don't know. He doesn't look happy though, so
yeah.
I don't want to know. Just find out later in the car.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Given that little spot, it's still tough.
Yeah.
Oscar, he's always like, I think it's easier to give games or to give balls than give games in the wire. And I think it's definitely. I think we've had more hill matches today than I've ever seen in a tournament before. So I think we definitely got a lot of the handicaps right.
We have seen a lot of hill matches. And for a field with 91 amateurs, 70 amateurs, 15 semi-pros, and 6 pros.
Yeah.
Pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
And, surprising to see so many hill scenarios.
Yeah, and the thing is, you hear, Ruben Bautista has to go to 9 and I have to get to 7. Well, he lost to 2 open players today. And 2 games is a lot. Holding someone to 6 is a lot, especially in 10-ball where you break dry more often. So
it kind of makes you wonder, how many really good pool players are actually out there, and that's what's great about this tour too is they're coming to the surface.
We can showcase them.
Yeah, we can showcase those guys. That's great.
We definitely wanted everyone to come out and have to play. We didn't want any sandbagging. We knew we wanted to handicap it. But we wanted everyone, especially the top guys, because they are the ones who should have the pressure on them. In my opinion, in Oscar's opinion, they should have more pressure than the lower ranked players, because why should they come to a tournament and play even with everyone and get an easier draw? No, it's just not the way, in our mind, it should be.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anyone any good either.
Yeah.
When they can play their B game and still get away with it.
So you looking forward to all this travel coming up? You're going to be up and down the coast?
Yeah, same thing all the time anyway. Oscar and I travel constantly as it is. Except this time we're running the tournament, so it's a little different.
Right.
Quite a bit different, a little more responsibility. But
now you're a pool player too, aren't you?
I'm a ball banger.
Okay. So we won't be seeing you enter? I mean, because I know they have like top female finishers, or you guys are, or what's the announcement on the top female finishers for the season?
It's 500 cash bonus for the top female finisher.
Okay.
So
for the season.
Yeah. So that was the second 9-ball he missed.
Ooh, wow.
Struggling a lot.
Yeah.
So it's been a long day, and I think you can kind of see that in how Johnny's missed 2 9-balls. Not typical of him. So I think he's a little worn out. Tournaments of this size are usually a pretty good grind, so I don't know how Oscar's doing down there. I think Bo just broke dry, but I can't see.
Is this the final round, by the way?
This is the final round.
Okay,
yes.
good. So we're like, after all these matches are done,
yes.
everybody will be packing up and coming back at noon tomorrow, correct?
Noon tomorrow, yeah.
We're going to have our final 16 tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, the one thing we kind of really tried to do is we really try to listen to the players. If they prefer double elimination, single elimination, if they like the races, if they think they're too long, if they think they're too short. One of the biggest things was the money rounds. Do you want to come back on the loser side, not in the money? And they all said, no, we want to be in the money. The majority, there were a few stragglers. I think the vote was like 89-2.
Yeah.
So we decided to play at the end of the money. It makes it a long day, but you know, we at the end of the day, we want to give the players what they want. So that's why we're here at 1:22 a.m. Otherwise, we might have brought back the last 24 or something along those lines.
Yeah. We had and by the way, while Desiree's here, if you guys do have any questions in the chat room, you know, we're at our own risk. We're gonna say feel free to ask.
Yes,
you know,
I'm not shy.
But
so
Lauren or Liang88 in the chat room, which is Lauren actually, Sai Nakashima's fiance.
Oh, okay.
She said, "Congratulations, Oscar, Desiree, and Raw. Thanks for streaming the event. It makes it possible to watch and support my fiance from home, which is great."
Yeah, I know that feeling when you can't make it, and I've been there many times, and I've been home and no way to watch. Just have to wait for the text message.
Yeah, exactly. I won, I lost.
It's terrible.
Yeah, and just a heads up, I'm not going to be helping out all the fiancés out there for the next for all 12 events.
No.
But you know,
It's
I mean,
it's a lot of travel, and it's just a lot, and especially like for next year, I think we're gonna try to have 24 events next year.
Right. 10 months.
So, yeah, 10-month season. So. No.
Sorry, I'm losing track of the score here. It's 4-2. Sai is up on Johnny. You got actually a better view of the table than I do right now.
Yeah, I have a nice view.
All I gotta do is turn my neck and I'll see a little bit more, but...
Yeah, the diamond, it looks beautiful in here. It really does.
You know, it's playing great, too. I think the diamond table here at Hard Times Billiards, which has basically not existed here for many years, has brought in a little bit more action to Hard Times because people are kind of spreading word of mouth and they know there's a good diamond table here.
Yeah, I definitely do like the addition. It makes it a little different. So, and it definitely, you know, it does something for the room. You know, a lot of people, the action tend to say, well, I won't play on a Brunswick, but I'll play on the diamond.
Yeah.
I think it brings in a little more action.
More options.
Yeah. More variety.
Yeah, maybe Shane will show up here once in a while.
Yeah, you never know. Never know. You know, I know Mika will be back after the straight pool, so we'll be seeing a lot of him. And Rodney is marrying a girl from out here, so we'll see a lot of him as well.
Yeah.
Which will be exciting, and Max Eberly and the guys who normally would be here but went to the World Straight Pool.
Which, by the way, Max Eberly came in 3rd place in the World Straight Pool.
I know.
3rd place, lost to Shane, and then Shane lost to Darren Appleton.
Yeah.
So
I'm really happy for Darren. I think he's been wanting to win that title, and I saw him in Vegas. I think we'd asked him about China, if he was going to China, and he said, no, I want to win the World Straight Pool. So, good for him.
Yeah.
So, yep. So I am going to get back to running my tournament.
Awesome.
What's left of it.
Thanks so much. I'll see you, I'll see you later tonight, but we'll be sure and catch more action tomorrow at noon. Santos and Ernesto Dominguez are going to be playing on the stream table, first match.
Race to 9
even.
And to answer your question, no, we have not gotten any players complaining about the contrast in the table.
As far as having one diamond table?
Yeah, you know, no one has said anything to me, and, you know, we've been, I did ask, you know, do you mind playing on the diamond and on the stream table? Because not everybody likes that.
Yeah, that was a phone call that I made to Oscar actually before I came to set up. I wanted to make sure that, you know, was using the diamond as a streaming table a good idea, and I wanted to leave it up to you guys because I'm happy to go ahead and stream table 6 if I have to.
Yeah, and you know, we asked the players, and all of them were fine. Oh yeah, no problem, I don't mind. So,
cool.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right.
Nobody's here.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for coming to visit me in my cave here.
Of course. Hey, I'm over there in my cave by the
All right. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Desiree.
It was nice talking to you, Daniel. Thanks for such a great job.
Oh, awesome. I appreciate it.
Send back real quick.
Desiree Rivera, who has been slaving away at a very long bracket of 91 players all day, with Raw Hannah calling out the matches and handling operations, directing the tournament with Raw, and also partly operated by Oscar Dominguez. Oscar obviously wanting to work on his game. And yeah, once again, go to MZWST and get involved. This is only the first stop in 12. And, you know, everybody's really competing in this because they want to have the opportunity to take part in the Top Gun event, which happens March 2015. Top 16 players of the whole tour will be invited to the Top Gun event. Still have matches going on right now, so we actually don't know who we are going to end up with as far as the final 16 players today. I do know we have Santos and Santos and Ernesto Dominguez. You know, Chris Robinson just won a match against Nick Spano, and now Chris has to play another match. So we got matches going on both sides of the room. Chris Robinson's playing Frank Roberts right now. Jenny Lee is playing, can't see who she's playing. Oscar's playing Bo. Chris Van Gray, I don't know who he's playing. He's just hitting balls. Steve Chaplin playing Lee Brett. Reed Fleming playing Ben. Moro Paez in a match. Okay, the final 16 players tomorrow are not fully determined yet, but I do have the final 8 on the winner's side. So far we have Tang Ho versus Ramon Mystica, Santos Sambajon versus Ernesto Dominguez. We have Rodrigo Geronimo versus Fach Garcia, and we also have Lori versus Chris Wedekind, and those are all on the winner's side. The only match on the one-loss side, the only established player I have on the one-loss side that is part of the final 16 tomorrow is Art Garcia. Winner of this match will go on to the final 16, the one you're watching now. Guys, sorry if I've been missing the score there, but I just wrote a press release from our website. Please share this link, folks, if you can. And I will. Not only will I love you for it, but I will update the final 16 players as soon as the information comes in. But for now, if anybody wishes to know who's left and wants to know about the final 16 players of this event, please feel free to distribute and publish this information. Thank you very much. Facebook telling me that Hawaii is woken up and they're now cheering for cycling and cycling. Welcome to Hawaii. Aloha. Mahalo. Looks like it might be wide. Let's call it. See if this goes in. Johnny Kang. Johnny wins it. To the final 16-player bracket starting tomorrow. And thanks so much to sign up the ship participating in this event. Very good. Very good work for him. Lasted a long time. Some have to lose, and some have to win. Unfortunately, today is not size day, so congratulations to Johnny Kang. Once again, signed Nakashima. And we will now toggle over Mortal Pius' match, which is in progress, 5 games to 6, or 6 games to 4. I don't know who he's playing. I'll find out. Sorry, folks. Looks like Johnny Kang wins, beats Sai Nakashima. Johnny, much better than last match.
Well, I was in my head just thinking that I was playing comeback pool the whole time, and shit, there's no reason to dog that 10. I was thinking, man, I'm trailing the whole way, and shouldn't have been thinking that.
Yeah, well, you made it to the final 16, so congratulations to Johnny Kang. And I will toggle over to Moro Paez's match right now, folks. And that's Moro missing the 8 ball.